And we're live, starting late. My wife said all the other YouTubers, the famous ones, always start like 10 to 20 minutes late, so I figured we should give it a try. So, welcome to the Zac Yak Pack on the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. I'm your host, Zach.
I'm Zach with an H. We're here again this week. Don't know what we're going to be doing, talking about, or anything like that at this point.
I got some ideas, but definitely use that hashtag Don't Be a Nick. Follow us on the Facebook at Jaggers Juxtaplooza. You can follow me on the Instagram at MPJags, and you can follow the other Zach at
Don't forget, we have our official merchandise at cafepress.com/Jaggers Juxtaplooza. Go ahead and hit the notification bell so that way you know when we're going live, when we put up a video, anything like that. Like, subscribe, share.
So I had comments given to me. Personal comments, like made to me comments. One was, get a real fucking computer screen. I was like, I wish. So I tried booting up the other computer because I accidentally, while preparing for this birthday party we had today, found my webcam that my wife had spent like way too much money on for me. I found that, and we can't get the other laptop to turn on. So we're still 100% on crap screen.
Yeah.
Excuse me, cracked screen. My bad. Cracked screen. But at the same time, I did get some feedback about last week's show.
Oh.
Yeah. I got it was about us talking about the Tesla bot.
Okay.
And asking, so I've got to ask you: do you think this is the first step towards socialism in this country?
What?
The Tesla bot, because it'll be able to replace the workforce. I said I think it's the only. Yeah, I won't go into what I said yet. Hold on. So asking if with the Tesla bot, at first it would help fill in, like it said, the gaps in employment where is necessary, but is that going to open up, the ability for true socialism in the country then? And this is from a conservative.
I don't know if it would or not, but I mean, the biggest part of it all is to look at it as you're eventually going to be replaced because they're going to go to autonomy, so there's no need for the regular worker.
So what I said is I could see it, and to me it would be the only acceptable way to go into socialism. And that would be because you literally don't have to manufacture anything. There would have to be, at that point, a universal basic income. There would have to be, because you wouldn't be able to physically work. But some jobs still would require a people. And I said, so in that regard, so you'd have to have a universal basic income at that point, just so the average person could survive, right? So, but if you look at the other aspect, though, say you or I have a job that would be indispensable, right? It requires a physical person. To do that, then you would literally just have to take a look and go, yeah, but like, say my elderly mother, because for them that they live with their elderly mother taking care of them, right? Or their mother lives with them because it's their house. But and it's like you can go to work and not have to worry about, did mom fall?
Yeah.
Because that Tesla bot would be able to help pick mom up. Mom needs to eat. She would be fine. And you would be able to do things like with all the Bluetooth system, like my Apple Watch here, it can monitor my heart rate and everything else. And Bluetooth, it could literally be able to Bluetooth to that robot. That robot, not even needing to be asleep ever, would know, mom's about to have a heart attack. We better do something about that. Come waltzing in the room and save mom's life. Mom's having a stroke. Don't worry. Tesla bot's here. Also, with technically, as long as you have a residual temporary battery, the Tesla bot could pull out its battery pack, put it on a charger, and replace the battery pack as long as it has the amount of power left, in backup storage to be able to physically do that change and never have to turn off.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have to charge it, or it wouldn't be plugged in or anything. It just could manage itself.
And that's, and that's where like some of this stuff's really troubling to me is the autonomy there, because I mean it's literally doing away with people being able to make ends meet. And it shouldn't go to. I don't see a universal basic income being necessarily a good thing. I really don't.
I didn't say it was a good thing. I said it would be it would be necessary in that type of industry.
Yeah, it really would. But I mean, at the same time, there's an interesting aspect where, like, if you do that, how would crime rates be affected? I'm just throwing this out there because I mean it just popped into my head.
People would be bored. People would be bored.
So at the same time, Tesla bots being security personnel, how would that go?
They wouldn't be able to.
You get what I'm saying, though.
No. That would have to fall under they can't be able to, because the what is it? Isaac Asimov's laws of robotics. They couldn't physically detain a person. So they wouldn't work as police. You would still have to have police, but they could work as evidence collectors who literally have no determined notion of going, oh, there would be literally nobody would be like, it was racist, because there's no racism programmed into that robot. It literally would just collect the evidence, and it's not, I think this person did it. It'd be like, hey, this is based on science. This is legit. This is how it happened. And if it finds new evidence, it's not going to be like, oh, well, I already believe the evidence I already saw. It literally will still process that evidence and not try to force its brain to fit the new evidence into the story. Because that's a lot of times what happens in police forensics and everything is they already think they know how it happened, and so they force the evidence to fit that perspective. Until there's something just so overwhelming that they go, okay, maybe I was wrong. Because I mean, they're all super smart people, and super smart people are all narcissists. And then there's me. I'm just an asshole, which makes me a narcissist. But here's what I don't understand. Why are we going for all these self-driving cars when you could just make a Tesla bot and it could drive the already manufactured car?
Even pump the gas for you.
You're going to need gas. It can plug it in for you. Tesla bot would only be compatible with a Tesla. Strange concept. You have to power it off your Tesla shingles. Oh, you didn't know? I just got heard. Did you say Tesla?
No,
shingles?
I know they got the Tesla roof.
No, I know you know, but I just got asked that. Yes, Tesla makes shingles that are solar panels.
Yeah, they make roofing products.
Our roof would probably cost more than your parents paid for theirs if we put Tesla in.
It's about 4 or 5 times the cost of a regular roof.
Minimum. But it's supposed to be tax write-offable, too.
Well, and at the same time, the efficiency of it is not near what a solar panel is either. The Tesla glass shingles.
That was the first one. I think the most recent one's supposed to be better.
They're still not up to the...
No. I mean, better quality than what you... what I'm saying is I think you're quoting off the first one or two generations of it. They've improved. I didn't say they're at the highest quality. Well, I said they improved.
And honestly, most solar panels, I mean, you look right on what the manufacturers are saying. They're average. I'm going off of an average of what I've personally seen. 23% efficient.
Well, the thing about the Tesla one, though, where it's different, is each shingle is like this. So each panel is like this. So if one breaks, you're not having to replace all of it. You literally can replace that one shingle.
Yeah.
Which you have lots of, but you got to think, most people, when they do a solar power panels for their house, it doesn't take up the entire roof, and you're also not having to play that game of attaching them to your roof. They're already there. So there's a lot of benefits because you got to think, yes, the efficiency, but also look at the rating and the lifespan that you would have on the regular shingles. If they're valid, then you're gaining out of it. The question is how long do they last before you have to replace them?
Well, I think they're still saying the same as what they do for like solar panels and for regular roofing, 30 years.
That's what I'm saying. Whereas regular solar panels, though, you don't get 30 years out of.
They're saying 20 to 30 with most of the modern ones now.
Solar panels?
Yes. 20 to 30.
See, when we had looked at it, we would have to replace them every like 7 to 10 years.
No, they're now up to 20 to 30 years.
So they're almost worth the cost.
Where at 20 years, they're 85% of what most of them now, from what I'm researching, are like 85% of what they were brand new at 20 years. So it's right there at that borderline of replaced them or not around the 20-year mark.
Okay, but still at the same time, you're buying one item instead of buying two. So what's the cost difference between each shingle and each solar panel? You'd also have a wider solar panel access because it goes from edge to edge and over your full roof.
Yeah, the other thing is, too, with it all, if solar panels are lasting this long now, why the hell aren't we just using them instead of shingles anyhow?
Because they're not able to hold up. Tesla actually had to go through and design one that could withstand, and using that glass that could actually withstand the beating that a roof needs to take.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, because we're placing them on our roofs anyhow.
Well, right, but you got to remember how they sit on the roof, so you actually have extra holes in your roof and everything else too.
Well,
you can't just lay them onto the roof and make them a roof.
No, but rather than shingles, why aren't we going ahead and doing like a slightly overlap type of pattern with solar panels to where they double as your shingles now, instead of having this special stuff? You know what I mean?
That's what Tesla's doing. Nobody else could do it until Tesla started. Elon Musk is a fucking genius, dude. He's also really freaking weird. I'd love to meet the guy.
Yeah.
Mostly
there's no doubt he is a genius and all. And
I just want to drink.
He's come up with some really good ways to get around problems that other people have ran into.
See, here's what's always bothered me, right? Everybody's like, oh, go out to dinner with I'd love to go out to dinner with this person. Are you prepared to buy? You're like, I'd love to go out to dinner with that. Name some celebrity. It's like, yeah, but are you prepared to buy? I'm prepared to buy Elon Musk a drink. But he needs to come down, and he seems like one of the can live like a normal man. So I'm not paying like some $3,000 a shot, freaking liquor or something. That I'm like, oh God, no. We'll sit down, we'll have a nice whiskey, like a Jim Beam Devil's Cut. He seems like a man who can enjoy a fireball.
Yeah, I mean, he does seem to be more down to earth than some of his other billionaire.
Like the Keanu Reeves of billionaires. Am I wrong?
No, I mean, he is more down to earth, or so it seems. I mean, he
just doesn't know how to take a vacation.
Well, he never knows. He doesn't know how to stop working. That's for sure.
I was going to say, I think if that man's on vacation, his brain's still going. Like, I don't think he can physically stop his brain from.
No, and he does have Asperger's. If you didn't know that one,
I heard, but it doesn't matter.
I mean, that's probably why he's got that type of a drive to not be able to stop either.
Look, we can diagnose people with all sorts of things. I diagnose him as a genius.
Oh, I'm not saying he's not.
No, that's my point, though.
But
I think that's the biggest problem is everybody's
even physically, like his brain is wired different from the get-go.
Yeah.
That's all.
What are you gonna do when he reinvents gravity? We find out gravity's a pushing force instead of a pulling force or something.
Sorry, I don't know. Be really weird. pushing force. If it was a pushing force, wouldn't we all be like spushed flat because of how close we are to the sun?
If it's a pulling force, can it just pull us flat, grabbing a hair on top of your head and yanking it downwards? Look, I don't pretend to be a scientist. My name's not Bill Nye.
Yeah, it's definitely stuff that's above my pay grade.
What I do pretend to be is an entertaining web host. I also pretend to be sober.
I am sober.
Yeah, I don't allow prohibition in this house.
Oh, it is what it is. With me being under the weather still and everything, I'm on an antibiotic. I don't want to fuck up how that works.
Is that a thing?
It is.
Is it?
It is.
But is it?
It is.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Mixing alcohol with antibiotics is rarely a good idea. Both alcohol and antibiotics can cause side effects in your body. Drinking alcohol while taking antibiotics can raise your risk of these harmful effects. If the label on your drug says do not drink alcohol during treatment, follow that advice from healthline.com. Although most modest alcohol use doesn't reduce the effectiveness of most antibiotics, it can reduce your energy and delay how quickly you recover from illness. From mayoclinic.org.
And mine says not to drink with it. So there we go.
So some of the psych meds I've been on before too.
Oh yeah.
So is the cold syrup. You don't take with alcohol. Well, you've got alcohol in you, so how do I take you? I have to say, one thing about Fireball is if you've got any sort of congestion, that cinnamon with the whiskey just helps clear out your sinuses a little bit. It'll open up the ability to breathe. Like my wife doesn't do shots really, and I handed her like a half a shot of freaking Fireball this morning, and she downed it, and then didn't even chase it down afterwards because she was just letting it clean her sinuses.
Oh, so she's got the same crap too.
No, not really. Hers is more allergies, but it's like we unplugged the one air freshener thing, and like her sinuses started clearing up a little bit too.
Yeah, those plug it in things. They
Well, this is the Glade one. It's just the 1 cent.
Yeah, some of them mess me up too.
Do I look like a post to stand on?
Yes.
What's that?
She asked if she looked like a post to stand on because the cat walked up and like sat on her knee. And she's like on the recliner with the recliner kicked open, so it's just like sitting there staring at her. And she's like, so my answer was yes. She looks like a post to stand on, apparently. But speaking of,
you got to go do a refill.
take this for a run for a second.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, I hope I can do that. Oh man! So while he's getting his drink ready, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like us, share us if you would. It will help us. You can follow us on Facebook at the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. He has an Instagram at MPJags. We have our official merchandise at cafepress.com/Jaggers Juxtaplooza. You name it, it's there. Our logo's on it. You can go ahead and purchase anything that you can think of on there pretty much. Any type of shirt, hoodie. It's starting to get cooler and everything, so you might want a hoodie. Decent quality stuff. You ought to go ahead and check it out. And I don't know, maybe purchase some of it so that way you stay a little bit warmer here. While he's going ahead and getting his devil's cut, it's not a bad whiskey, not a bad bourbon at all. Kind of could go for some of that myself right now. Oh, definitely could go for some of that right now. Fireball. Yeah, I don't need a fireball tonight.
Fireball does whatever a fireball wants. Burns in your nose. Do, 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 do. I shouldn't come up with songs.
I really don't feel like playing trivia. And I've had enough of your sister for one day.
I can hear you.
What's up?
Oh, she's being a smart ass. No, so to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
So we had my son's birthday party like a month late, but we did his birthday party today.
Yeah, and I saw the Pokemon thing there.
Yeah, my grandfather didn't make it, and then it dawned on me when I got on Facebook and I looked at my mom because like him and my grandmother who passed away, my grandfather's second wife, shared a Facebook account. He just finally added, like, switched the names around, and it's like, yes, this is me. I didn't get hacked because he never posted anything because she dealt with it.
Yeah.
And I looked at my mom. I was like, today's not Grandpa's birthday, is it? She's like, no, it was his wife's birthday today. It's like, that's why he didn't come to the birthday party. Now I kind of feel like a jerk.
Yeah.
But so he instead is working on a lawnmower today with my one uncle. So, but needless to say, so I was like, great. Except we had this plan before
everything went to
before she had passed away. But anyway, so my parents bought my son a Lego thing, right? A Star Wars Lego thing. So it's got some expense to it, right? My son doesn't register things like the way normal kids do. Speaking of like the Elon Musk mentality, except not super genius level, but just like not really on the understanding level of certain things because of his health issues and everything, right?
Yeah.
So he of course looks and goes, gets all excited because Shasta's parents had bought him Legos too. We had bought him Legos, and that's where the excitement popped out, right? On these. But he looked, the first one he opened that was a large one and he's like, how much did you guys spend? Because like he astronomically looks at money differently, where he's like, that's too much money.
Yeah.
Except when it's like Christmas time or his sister's birthday and we're like, okay, pick something for your sister, you got like a $20 limit or whatever, right? Because it's just one item from him. He'll be like, and he like pointing at all these like $80 items. It's like, look at the price tag and then comment. Except when it's about him, he sees the price tag first, and he'll tell you that's too much. So it just astronomically asks this, but asks it in such a way it comes across as in like, how much did this cost? Where it's like, you're not supposed to ask that. So we have to address, hey, it's not polite to ask people how much they spent on you. That's why we take the price tags off things.
Yeah.
Of course, it's all family, so that it's funnier than what it would. Everybody's laughing as they're or smirking at least as they're telling him, "Don't ask that." But,
And luckily, it's all people that kind of understand what's going on there as well,
right? And we had originally we'd ordered freaking invitations for him to take to his like friends, and it's like, hey, real friends, not the people who you just think are your friends because they're nice to you, or the people who beat on you and bully you, but you still think are your friends because they're like, oh yeah, we're friends, as they kick you in the crotch. Like these people are not your friend. We forgot to give them to him because he only comes over every other weekend. So we forgot to give them to him, like, because it's like, oh crap, we need to be out the door like 10 minutes ago to get you to your mom's. They don't get mad when we're running late. That's not a big deal, but I try to be fairly accurate at the time because it's only fair in case they got things planned. He's got school the next day. What if he didn't goes, oh crap, I didn't do all my homework. Like he needs to have time for this stuff,
Oh, yeah.
Showering before going to school so you aren't the smelly kid. the normal things. So, yeah, completely left them right there next to the door. So we didn't have anybody there who would have been like, "Oh, what the fuck did you just do?" And like some of the faces he made, it's like, and of course my child thinks he's the popular kid. And it's like you're not the popular kid. Everybody knows you, but you're finally because like they finally took him out of the classes that were a little more mixed grade and whatnot, and put him into like regular school.
Oh wow.
And so he's got grades now instead of just reports.
Yeah.
He actually gets grade cards, and it's like, hey, why aren't you doing your homework? Because now all of a sudden you get like actual A, B, C's, and D's. Not he's doing okay with this. He's at this age group now.
Yeah, instead of 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah. It was the IEP reports, not grade card. Now he gets real grade cards. So it's like, okay, child, this grade card thing says you didn't do your homework. Well, you did it. You didn't submit it because everything's on computers now.
Yeah.
Physical, like actual physical
I know.
school every day.
Gone. It's gone.
No, he's in physical school, goes every single day. Like it's not one of those like you guys did in your weird state where you're like 2 days on, 1 day off, like nonsense of school.
And I mean they're physically in school now, but all their homework stuff is on the computer.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, it turns out he didn't submit it properly. I said that still counts as not doing your homework because if you don't turn it in, you didn't do it.
Yep.
And it's asinine. And it also
luckily I haven't ran into that yet.
There should be the teacher contacting the parent after more than 1 or 2 of these things have happened.
Yeah, and like our school uses an app for the teachers to be able to communicate with the parents. I don't know if you guys do.
Apparently, we have an app too. We have an app as well. But the problem is, call me. If there's a problem and you don't notify me that there's a problem, then there's no problem. That's a school problem, not a home problem. Kid isn't doing their homework, that's a home problem. Detention isn't the answer. Let me know so I can address the issue. That's a home problem, not a school problem. Don't tell me how to manage my home, but I do get to tell you how to manage your school because it's my kid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it works. I vote. In doing so, in voting, I get to make a determination. Which is why I have to vote here shortly because we have a school council or whatever thing going on, a city village council and whatnot coming up too. So I'm going to have to go do the early voting so I can vote. Because they also see, what a lot of people don't realize in the off years is when they like slipping things through. So the school my son goes to, he lives in a different town than me even, right? So I actually can't vote for his school council. But what they did was they waited till an off-season spring election to slip through building the new school.
Huh.
With no blueprints and no budget. Because it was the final year that the state money was going to be available. So they pass it because they don't even publicize that it's going to be on the ballot other than if you get your sample ballot, right? No signs in the yards, nothing. Sneak it on the ballot, passes.
It happens. It does happen. A lot more than what people like to admit or even are aware of.
Which is why I advocate that you should vote every single election. I don't always get the opportunity to do it. Our spring election, I didn't get to vote because there was no ballot for me. There was only stuff for certain villages, and I wasn't one of those.
Yeah.
So there was no voting. There was nothing to vote. There was no state issue. There was no whatever.
And honestly, if you want to change anything politically, your best chance of doing that is on the local level.
Right.
So you really got to get out there and vote.
Which is why I advocate that the other side should move out here and we should just run for every seat in the county.
It'd be weird, wouldn't it?
It'd be hilarious.
Oh, my.
Chase them all out. Be like, hey, your good old boy system is done. Now it's the dumb old boy system. No good old boy system here. Just a bad boy system.
Oh,
we're gonna run it like the movie Bad Boys with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Is that who it was?
Oh, my. Be interesting.
So, but yeah, I thought you'd get a kick out of that. But yeah, so that's why I advocate for voting. So I've got to vote because we got village council coming up. But yeah. I don't understand how the schools get away with this stuff.
Some of the stuff with the school system, I mean, even around here, I'm just like, why? What the hell? You know, how are they able to pull this stuff off? Like, we've got somebody on our school board here 3 separate times in public meetings getting ticked off and angry at how the meeting's going and literally saying he quits, he resigns, he doesn't want to have anything to do with it anymore. And at the very next meeting, he's back. It's like, when is somebody going to take him seriously on what he said and kick him the hell out?
Do you know what's the most important thing for you to do, though? You have to be able to answer these questions. And a lot of these people can't answer questions. You have to answer the important questions. The questions like, where's Elsa and Anna's mom from? My sister's literally doing her little color things.
From the North Woods.
North Aldrian. But, my sister just asked, what's the surname for Anna and Elsa? She didn't know it. I can't remember what the king's name was. I don't fucking care.
Oh, my.
No, they're Scandinavian or something. I don't know. It's a little cinnamony. Dr. Pepper, Fireball. And I put a little extra Fireball in there to try to clear these sinuses out.
That's what Daddy drinks is Fireball and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, where'd she come up with that idea from?
I don't even know.
My wife, motherfucker. She didn't start drinking until we came up there, did she?
She was drinking Fireball before that, but
yeah, but I'm saying with the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I really don't know.
I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's from us.
I'll have to find out later.
I don't know. We got 2 viewers right now. My wife's doing some other thing right now. So those of you who
it's gotten really quiet upstairs all of a sudden. I'm wondering if Kinley fell asleep.
If you haven't figured out, because I know one person who discussed with me that like even the thing with the Tesla bots, I didn't know how to make comments. It's like all you have to do is where it says comments or live chat. If you're watching it live, you click live chat and you type in there. But otherwise, you can just leave comments where it says comments.
Yeah.
You click on that spot. But the trick is, I don't know if they're watching live or not. So I also got told I'll have to come over so you can show me how to order this gear, because I was wearing my shirt at the party this morning. So yesterday I was wearing my pineapple shirt.
Oh, going over here and look and see some of these news stories that you had sent to me. The one The one was really interesting that you sent me.
Cat, bring me one of your Elsa dolls.
How the army, when they wound up taking over the airport to try and get people out, the one paratrooper basically just literally traded 2 cans of dip. That's it. And they got an old gun truck to use to help pull security until they had their actual equipment show up.
Right.
I mean, that was really interesting. I mean, it goes back to the ingenuity there of like, and bartering. I mean, you and I bartered for stuff too there. But I mean, that's got to be the best trade of all there. 2 cans of dip and getting a gun truck.
Yeah, kinda.
I mean, that tops anything and everything I've ever heard of before.
Well, I don't know. I still have to watch that freaking the horse one. I can't remember the name of the movie or the first special forces unit we sent over there, and they fought on horseback against tanks.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet either.
Like, that's on my list to watch. The other thing is, I've got to make sure I'm completely sober. My wife's got to be there, and my daughter's got to be somewhere else, and I have to have my son. And I have to set it up right. It's got to be like the damn middle of the day. It's got to be everything so I can sit my son down and show him Restrepo or Corngall and go, this is what it was. That way he can understand. He can't watch it alone. I know that for sure. Cannot let him watch that alone. For me, my wife's got to be there to keep me freaking paying attention to the real world and not getting sucked into the world. I'm also on different medication than I was the last time I tried watching it. I tried watching because I had a professor tell me to watch it. Like, hey, I know you can't watch one of these. And he just wanted to see my take on it when I was doing college. And, I was like, I did a whole paper on why I couldn't watch this movie for him. Instead of just turning in, like, garbage and be like, I couldn't do it, sir. Like, I wrote a whole paper as to why I could not finish watching that movie. Because it's that documentary.
Yeah.
It's like, here's why I could not, like, I wrote this whole paper on why I couldn't watch this film. And the problems it was causing me, which I thought really should have been more to it. And he's like, can you just watch a different movie instead then? I was like, sure, you dick.
Yeah, there's still certain things, different movies, even wow, tongue tied, words are hard. You would think I was the one drinking.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. There's
So
no
even like the movie
blood
Saving
in my
Private
alcohol,
Ryan, there's certain
Ossifer.
things in there that wind up bringing shit back too.
Right.
Even though totally different era, totally different war. Obviously, I'm not that old. Still old in my own mind, but whatever.
Oh.
But certain scenarios that you find yourself in, it's like you can relate.
It's like, have you seen the movie Act of Valor?
No.
It's the one where they have the Navy SEALs, the actual Navy SEAL training to make the film.
Okay.
Up on the screen share, so you can. They'll make it easier to explain. But yeah, it's Act of Valor. They actually trained with Navy SEALs, or they followed Navy SEALs in training and turned it into a film. Yeah, I mean that one. Well, let me see if I can find what I'm after. Because if I can find it on the YouTube, I'll send it to you so you can bring it up and who gives a shit?
I'm looking here to see what it's.
You finding it? Yeah. We really need to work on teaching you to keep talking while you're looking for things. Oh, Adam Driver's coming out with a new film with Ben Affleck too. The Last Duel. Okay, that could be interesting.
Yeah, what I'm seeing on it, it's hold on. All right, I hit share on that.
Okay.
Most realistic portrayal.
Let's see where is it. There it is.
That's what they're saying about it.
Right.
Too authentic yet not real enough at the same time.
Yeah. I mean that's the. Okay, is that how they did it? Okay.
Anyhow,
No, I've got a reason I'm bringing it up. So, okay, yeah. Trying to find where it's at.
what is it that you're trying to look for in it or whatever?
Oh, in it they have it where they show. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it right here. No, not quite. Okay, it was the right scene, but it wasn't shown right. So they show this one. It's the guy diving on the grenade or whatever. But they show one in I want to say it's Act of Valor. They show a suicide bomber blow up.
Yeah.
It's like the most accurate thing I've ever met as to how it works, and people have asked me about it, and I've explained it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just. I don't know how to better explain it. Hold on. Run the trail thing at the bottom.
All right. Don't be afraid to use the hashtag Don't Be a Dick. Follow us on Facebook at Jaggers Juxtaplooza. You can follow him on Instagram at MPJags. We have our official merchandise at cafepress.com/Jaggers Juxtaplooza. All sorts of different items there. Hats, mugs, cups, coffee, whatever, hoodies, shirts, all sorts of stuff. Don't be afraid to hit the notification bell so you know when we're going to be on here. Like, share, subscribe. Still looking for it?
Well, I was dealing with something else at the same time, but trying to find it. Anyways, so they never really show. It's the only movie I've ever seen it in, and I want to say that was it, but I don't think I'm finding the scene or searching it right. But no, you see, I don't know how close you've ever been inside of an explosion, right? A blast.
Oh, closer than what I should have been. That's for
Well,
sure.
that's besides the point. But I'm just saying, where it's going off in front of your face.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know where that's at for you because you're going to look at it from the engineer perspective, which is how much explosive are you talking? Enough for you to stir with your coffee, or are you talking enough to cook your coffee, or enough to make it actually do something? So you're going to be like, oh, let's burn this.
I've been directly hit with a 107 Katusha.
Well, but you're going to be looking, going, well, I lit some C4 enough to cook my coffee. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Whereas yeah, the 107, but I don't know like how close you were, the style of blast it was, and everything else. If you got peppered by any of it.
My rucksack stopped the shrapnel from hitting me.
Okay, so but your
Yeah, it was
rucksack
less
in
than
front of
20
you or
feet.
behind you?
It was about 20 feet
Behind you?
to the side.
To the side? Okay. So to the side and just behind, so it would impact the rucksack. So you weren't physically eyes looking at it.
No, it like hit the direct corner of our tap.
Right. Okay, so but you weren't like eyes directly at it.
No, like I heard the noise and turned my head towards where it was coming from, and
but that's as it's happening.
yeah, the whole flash, everything.
Right. But so I don't. But that's what I'm getting at is like when you see the for your eyes to register bright white and dark black at the same time,
and almost like a purplish color too.
It can, and then yeah, but it's just that you're seeing. But that's because you're seeing black and white, just pure bright white in your eyes at the same time will give a purplish haze.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what I'm talking. Like about the best one I thought, and I swear to God, it was Act of Valor that they had a suicide bomber. But that was where the only one I was finding where they dropped the grenade down and it blows up. But yeah, and that one just the one I found. It's not what I was after. But yeah, I mean that's the closest thing I can give to people is like you just see.
Yeah.
But how you see that at the
insane.
exact same time, I don't know how to explain to people.
And then also trying to like make sure that after that flash and that instant, try to become reoriented to where you exactly are and what all the hell's around you.
Well, you don't even realize that you need to reorient. That's the worst part.
It's a bitch, yeah. But I mean, once you actually realize, fuck, this just happened and I got a job to do. You know,
I did it that fast. But but the thing is,
and then afterwards, you wind up going back through your mind. It's like, how the hell did I actually do that way that quick?
No, the other thing is though, I don't know how long that was. And
yeah,
I get asked that by VA all the time.
The total concept of time goes out the window.
Yeah, they're like, did you pass out? Did you get knocked out? It's like
it's one of those like
I don't know. As far as I recall, it was that fast. How long that was, I don't know. It's just like when I got put under by a freaking a blood draw, which turned out the chairs turned into beds. It was the coolest freaking chair to get your blood drawn at, right? But I looked at the lady. I was like, I'm about to pass out now, and she's like, "You're what?" Done. And I felt like garbage before, right? Like as it was happening, something happened. My blood pressure bottomed out completely. And they're getting ready to call code blue on the thing. There's like ice packs all around me when I come to. They had enough time to break enough ice packs to go all the way around me. I have no recollection of time other than this. And then I don't even remember where I'm at when I come to at first. I just see bright white because last I was sitting up, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm on my back. And as I'm coming to, all I see is these neon fluorescent lights above me, right?
Yep.
And the white ceiling because it's a hospital. And as I'm coming to and my eyes are coming back and I see this and I just felt myself before my eyes start coming to get slapped across the face because apparently that's good freaking medicine. It works, so I guess I can't complain. And I like this isn't like only one time I get slapped on the fucking side of the head, right? Just and you can hear it across the place. And I was like, I swear to God, Haji had me. Like that was all that was going through my mind, and I don't, I was like, "What's going on?" Like, because I'm laying back and I'm looking straight up, and I'm like, "Okay, I gotta fight." My first instinct is I have to fight. They've got me. I need to escape, and then I realize I can't move. So I'm like, they must have me tied down, right? Like this is all going through my head that fast.
Yeah.
Is that I can't move because I'm getting ready to swing because I just get smacked across the face and I can't see anything. So I think that I'm on like the interrogation lights or something, like the bright white lights. Because as far as I'm concerned, I must be in a cave somewhere, right? Because that makes sense.
Yeah.
fluorescent lights in a fucking cave. But then I come to and I realize that like I've got ice packs around me, which is part of why I can't move because they're like wedged in around me. And as this next smack comes, and the lady, I look and I see the one lady's on the phone. He's just coming to, like literally, like they're calling like this shit. They wheelchair me to the ER, right? When I go put under observation, I looked at the guy. I said, "I'm gonna puke neon green all across the floor in front of the vending machines."
Nice.
Right in front of the vending machines. I was like, I told you I was going to puke. I told you to stop moving because we're going under these lights, and it's just like it's too much. And I go through my medical records years later. They charged the Army for an ambulance trip when they put me. It says I rode in an ambulance.
Wow.
And they wheelchaired me. That was there at Knox.
Nice ambulance ride, huh?
Right? Expensive ass wheelchair.
Jesus. Didn't really matter because there was no cost involved in it to you anyways.
To me, no. But it was stop and think that the ripoff to the military insurance, though. I wonder why everything's so expensive and we need such money.
They wonder why whenever there's an expensive bill that comes through, they question it.
Right. I'm like, Jesus. But I also had, when I was filing for my disability, I had the one guy who was doing the paperwork for me look and go, hey, he was making fun of me, calling me a girl and whatnot, because he's like, yo, you fractured your pelvis? What was it? You having a bad pap smear? And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, really? And I was like, yeah, and I completely had forgotten until he said something. I actually fractured my pelvis doing training. Post-deployment.
Yep, all my injuries are training injuries. Every single one of them.
No, I can't say that, but I can say my breaks were all every fracture I got was training.
Oh yeah, every fracture for me was training.
I fractured my pelvis crashing down to concrete out of a freaking a Ford Ranger or Ford whatever, the Toyota Tacoma, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Fractured my freaking pelvis.
Hey, take this for just a minute. I gotta go.
Okay.
I gotta go use the bathroom.
Nice. Well,
hey, at least I let you know what I gotta do.
Well timed, sir. Go ahead, use that hashtag. Don't be a Nick. You can follow us on the Facebook at Jaggers Juxtaplooza. You can follow me on Instagram at MPJags. You can get your official merchandise at cafepress.com/Jaggers Juxtaplooza. On top of that, you can subscribe if you haven't already. You can hit that notification bell if you are subscribed, so you can be notified whenever we come out with new videos. You can also take and hit that like button because it helps the algorithms. Leave a comment down below, either live right now or after the show's already off the air, because we leave our live shows up. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, yada, yada, blah. I wasn't prepared for... He gave me no lead up. So, I mean, I just kind of made it up as I go. So, I'm not sure where I was supposed to take this. Like, he disappears so much longer because he goes from the basement to the upstairs. He was supposed to be moving offices for the show. He did not. I see that. I see he did not move offices. He's slowly turning into a Nick. Pretty sure my sister's show's going on in the background, and she said, let me know if you're here. Sure, we're not here. We're live on the YouTube. We're not on your Facebook. But you can follow us on the Facebook if you haven't already. Share us with your friends. That's the big thing. You need to tell other people about us. Like right now. You could be telling people right now about us while we're in this commercial break. Do 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 do. Black takes too long, and he needs to hurry back. Do 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 do. On top of that, I did have a fun one. My neighbor and I are obviously having this war, and I came home the one day and I started singing, "It's my property and I can park where I want to, park where I want to. You could park too if your lawyer called you."
Oh, you're talking about the crazy lady next door?
I just hit it up right out of that nothing to talk about thing.
So the house next to me is up for sale.
I'm
Now,
not moving to
actually on the
Pennsylvania.
market.
You can fuck off.
No. I wasn't suggesting that at all.
Oh, good. Thank God, because I ain't moving over there.
But like, I let the dog out at one point today, and there was somebody looking at the house and all, and they got kids and stuff, which is
Who
fine.
let the dog
you know.
out?
I was letting the dog out. Yes, I
Who?
let the dog
Who?
out. Who? That was so dumb. Anyhow, they were asking me different questions about stuff and all, and I just told them honestly. I said the guy bought it from the family of my old neighbor, my old friend there, and that passed away last year. Well, earlier this year, and he put a lot into it, and blah blah blah, right? But I tell you, there are certain things with some people in conversation that it probably even rub you the wrong way to a degree. I mean, decent person and everything, but somehow the guy got talking political things.
So he wanted some peanut butter because his name's Mr. Ed?
No. But anyhow, this
Well,
guy.
it sounds like he's whinnying like a moron.
Well, he's never served in the military. I mean, his
Oh,
political
good. So
views-
he's one of those. He's got all sorts of opinions, but has nothing to base them on. I was going to join the army, but I couldn't stand anybody getting in my face.
Let me say this stuff the right type
No,
of way here.
no, you're fine. I
The
just
right type of way.
this is shtick. This show is mostly shtick.
Yeah, but let me go ahead before we start unraveling this whole statement thing. He started out with saying, "Yeah, I was there because I mean he's 46. He told me his age. He's 46. I was there, literally, whatever he was doing. I can't even remember what he said there. When Desert Storm kicked off, he's like, I kind of know what you guys have been going through and everything, and it's like." You were never actually in. How can you even make that type of a statement that you know what the hell any of us have been through?
He was where?
Yeah, he was never in the service, but he's been there the whole time watching everything on TV. It's like, that's nothing, dude. That's not the same thing at all. That's not, you were not there. I couldn't get away from talking to him quick enough.
You're like, please don't buy the house.
I hope they get outbid. I said that. Because I can't stand those types of people. I really can't. Where it's like you were saying, I went to MEPS, but, well, okay, so you have an issue that MEPS didn't let you in. Okay, fine. That's legit. But don't try...
No, I
put
love
yourself on the same level.
No, but the people that I love are the people who are like, I would have joined the army, but if somebody got in my face, yelled at me, I would have punched them. It's like, no, you wouldn't. You've never met a drill sergeant. Like you would not. You would be peeing your pants.
You wouldn't understand, like, the whole thing with I can't take somebody yelling in my face. Well, you know what? I'm sure you have stories of it. I know I do. of the kid that did try to raise their hand at a drill sergeant and what the hell happened to him, too.
No, none of us were dumb.
I've never seen somebody hit a floor so fast unconscious. We'll put it like that.
No. That's not true at all. Grenade range. Brand new privates, first day on a live grenade range.
That's always interesting when that shit happens. Drop it right in front of the drill sergeant.
No. Pull pin, drop spoon, and go to throw it, and just like right back down like an idiot.
Oh, we had one guy that pulled the pin and went like this and just dropped it right in front of him and grabbed a hold of the drill sergeant. Yeah. That guy did not make it through. Obviously, he had a psychotic break.
Well, no, we had the people who it's like, it's pull pin, let go of spoon, throw grenade, no. Or throw grenade, let go of spoon at the same time, right? Yeah, it's like they do it all fucked up the wrong way, like pull pin, drop pin, throw spoon.
Still holding grenade.
Yeah. But yeah, that you want to see the only time drill sergeants are allowed to put their hands on you
is safety.
Is grenade range. And grenade range means they are literally beating you into the wall.
Anything goes.
I was not one of those people. See,
yeah.
my drill sergeants forgot I existed. Because my very first counseling, you know how they do counselings at each stage of OSET, right? My first counseling was...
Well, supposed to. I don't remember any of them.
Quiet, but wants to be here. Okay, I can accept that. I treat it like Spanish class. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. So I'm just going to be quiet, and I'm going to sit over here. Parlez-vous français. So... needless to say, it worked out well for me until every single counseling statement afterwards. Right? Drill sergeant, you guys forgot to do mine. Fuck, bring it over here. They just sign it and send me away. Every time.
Yeah, I don't recall actually ever having a counseling in OSA at all.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Literally, no. See, we had to come through. They had to, they pass out all the packets, and you had to go through, and everybody signed them at the same time. Because they don't have time to bring you in one at a time.
I was a couple of them's favorite for a while. I was. I mean,
you definitely weren't my favorite.
You take a 6'9" frame, you're going to stand out. So there's no winning at all. If you're somebody that physically is shorter than average or way taller than average, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb and you're going to be a target with the drill sergeants, period. Especially the really short drill sergeants. Because they're going to come up to you, be like, you think you're better than me? It's just like, no. But you're going to get fucked with, period.
My one story I cannot say on YouTube.
I'm not going to bring up the one because this guy's still in. And I really do like him. I really do look up to the guy.
No. I literally can't say this. I can't say the sentence structure on the YouTube at all. But I need you to take this for a second because I need to clear my sinuses.
Got to go blow the nose trumpet a little bit. Make another drink too, so that way you can keep blowing the nose trumpet. Yeah, there's different things that have happened over their careers and all that. Just can't bring up, can't talk about. It happens with everybody, and it's one of those things where, for me personally, this guy turned out to be a really awesome drill sergeant. I mean, he really did. He really did look out for the welfare of people and everything. And I broke my leg, and you know, he was really pushing me to make up my mind whether or not I should even try and stay in. I did stay in. I healed up. I kept on pushing. Later on in my career, I actually ran into him a couple years later where he wound up being in the same brigade as me and went to a brigade change of command ceremony. Don't know how I got picked for that. Anyhow, got sent there and where was that in Germany? Heidlersberg, something like that. And ran into him again, and he wound up going ahead and we hung out, we talked, and wound up going out and having lunch and hanging out on the town and everything. But there were some other things with him that
I definitely just walked into this conversation at the wrong time because you started saying.
No, I was talking about the drill sergeant that I was
going on dates with.
No.
You literally just said ran into. We decided we needed to go get dinner, hang out on the town, went to the movies,
not
got
like
some
that.
popcorn.
Not like that.
went
It
back
was
to
at a
my
brigade change
room.
of command ceremony that I went to that I wound up reconnecting with him.
Oh,
Where
you
he was
reconnected
there at
with
our
him.
brigade, and we went out on the town one night while I was there at the
After
brigade change of
reconnecting.
command stuff. Huh?
You went out. You went out after reconnecting. He took you around town. Took you out for a night on the town.
Not like that at all. You're twisting it, manipulating it so far. No, but there's other things that happened there that just ain't gonna get brought up or talked about because
exactly. See, I was right. There's other things that you just can't talk about now because he took you out for a night on the town.
Not in any of those ways. No.
Oh, in better ways.
No.
Oh, this show is mostly shtick.
No. Not
so
that.
Make
way
sure
at
that
all.
you aren't a Nick.
Ugh.
By using that hashtag, don't be a Nick.
Oh. You ever wind up running into any of your drill sergeants after OSUT? No, not at all.
I was National Guard, dude. You got to remember, I was National Guard. I had 2 drill sergeants, really, that I dealt with for my platoon, right? One of them, he's got a hip-hop rap band or whatever. So, there's that. Have you heard of the group G Playas?
No.
Well, that was them. They've got a couple albums out. The female drill sergeant rapped with them as well. She was from a different platoon.
Huh.
Yeah. So, needless to say, their skin tone was not the same as mine because they could actually rap.
Yeah, I ran into 2 of them. One of them within my own brigade, and then one of them elsewhere. So,
see, the problem is you got to remember, realistically, I didn't get to do very much active duty. I stayed with the same unit for 7 years.
True.
I mean, that changes your perspective completely right there when you think about that. 7 years with the same unit, same platoon. It's not like your normal unit like that. It was one platoon. So we brought in a couple new people, and that was about it.
Yeah.
I got to experience different military posts, but same fucking idiots, which actually is why I had the biggest problem in promotion and everything else.
Oh yeah.
You can't remake yourself.
No,
So-
you can't take your mistakes and learn from them and then
Yeah.
move on. And the move on part never really happens.
I mean, you saw it. You got to experience some of the people I was there with. If you weren't
Yeah.
part of the original good old boy system, you were fucked.
Oh yeah.
And I mean the original system. Like if you were a new guy, that's fine. But if you came from the old unit and you weren't part of that original good old boy system, you were screwed. And then the new one got started with the new platoon sergeant, but with some of the old guys, and that followed suit onto. I'm glad I got out when I did. Let's just go with that. because I found out the one of the few people that stuck around from the original platoon was one of the only guys who stayed actually from that original platoon. Went on a power trip.
They normally do. They get comfortable where they're at. Think they could get away with more.
Oh no, they got allowed to get away with it. Like literally went to the school for going from E5 to E6. I don't know what it is anymore.
Yeah.
But went to that, came back and went on that last deployment late, and yeah, they were just smoking the dog shit out of soldiers for fun.
Yeah, no real surprise.
Yeah, I was gonna say I sent you a name. So, but yeah, and that was the one person that's the only reason I made sure to get my stripes. Was I said this little motherfucker will not make E5 before me. And not only did I qualify the next time for immediately got promoted, he still had to wait like another couple months.
Yeah.
So I beat him out. But yeah, that's the whole reason I got my stripes because I had already given up. I said I don't care. As long as I'm an MP, I don't care. So, I mean, that was the big thing there. Because I was looking, I wanted to change over to CI.
Yeah, that did look like a nice program. It really did.
You know what you do for the full first year of your job is CI?
Dumpster diving.
Dumpster diving. You know what you get to do after that?
Doors are wide open.
You get taught how to go to bars and pretend to drink without drinking and to look like you're drunk without being drunk. By the time you're done, you can convince this cat to tell you all the government secrets. So I got to ask you, because I keep having these conversations with different people. You get so many of these people who go to turn in their units to the enemy. I mean, we're done with the war in Afghanistan now. So, I mean, it shouldn't be happening anymore. But you had so many of these people willing to turn to the other side. And they get caught by the counterintelligence guys. Don't get me wrong. Or the FBI working with counterintelligence and everything else. But you had National Guard guys doing it, okay. But none of these people had, like, the background of, like, came from a family that came from there or anything like that.
Yeah, the majority of them are just new converts, I guess you would say.
Majority of them are freaking white trash, freaking hillbilly fuckers. Which makes even less sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Like, what made that become such a big kickoff?
And, you know, it kind of entails into what you had said last episode with, like, how stories from the Army are becoming more public and everything. I really think that, you know, a lot of the things going on now within the military are being made more public. I don't know what the reason is, but I mean, it's definitely being more transparent. I don't know if I want to use that terminology, but it's like these stories of all these guys doing the wrongdoing and everything, it's coming out more and more, and it's coming out more.
Do you think we had more traitors before?
I don't know, but I mean,
we weren't
not
fighting...
just the traitor things, but like the story that you were talking about last week with the
colonel. Yeah. I still want to touch on that later. I want to hit this first. I mean, I'm sure we had like commies during the Cold War, so I'm sure you still had that. But it almost feels like it happened more with this, but this went on a lot longer too.
Yeah,
and it's an ideological war. And that's what it was. That's what the Cold War was too. Is ideological.
Yeah.
Ideological. Idiots. The other side's always idiots. 1984. Big Brother's watching.
Oh, I'm sure. They always are.
Ha! Joke's on you, thought police. I say my thoughts out loud because I'm dumb. But no, seriously, why is there so many... and it all seems to be like senior NCOs or officers. Like legit senior NCOs and legit like high-ranking officers.
I don't know.
They keep being the ones that want to like inappropriately touch younger people.
It's...
Why they're not supposed to be out here?
I really don't know. I don't have any answers on it.
No, I don't think there is an answer, but why is it always these senior enlisted people? I mean, I'm glad they're being held accountable.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, they're but at what point can the biggest problem I have with some of it is not these ones that you go, hey, we blatantly caught these weirdos, right? But the ones it's like people come out 30 years later and say, hey, this happened. And then they get charged. And I look and go, but is there, can you show evidence? Some of them have been able to like go, hey, this, and this shows that. I'm like, okay, good enough.
Yeah. And I don't know if part of that with like having the evidence like that would be necessarily due to like the digital and technological world that we're in now, where like, within the past 20 years, look at the leaps and bounds that have been taken to where everybody's got a camera on now.
Right. Well, I had a first sergeant years ago, back when I first started my career, that it was 100% illegitimate, completely false accusation against him of sexual harassment, assault or harassment. I can't recall which, but of this one soldier who is of opposing gender, drastically outside the height weight standards, and they wouldn't chapter the soldier out until the end of their contract. It was going to force that soldier to finish their contract. Fuck you. You can finish your contract. Welcome to National Guard Reserve. But you're going to finish your contract. They made a false accusation against this first sergeant because the first sergeant wasn't even present for this to have occurred.
Huh.
The first sergeant was also a history teacher. So you're not just affecting their military career, you could be affecting their civilian career as well with these accusations. This first sergeant got forced to resign, to just take the early retirement, or take retirement. To just take the retirement, right?
Yeah.
Because they didn't kiss enough ass moving up to first sergeant to make all the buddies to be able to freaking have the leg to stand on. So their career was done because of a false accusation.
Yeah. That could happen to anybody at any time, not even just in the military either.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But that's what I'm getting at. So I have a hard time. When the evidence showed that person these two individuals were not even around each other. And this isn't day and age of like picture text and everything. They're talking like between the era I joined in 04.
Yeah.
And I didn't go active duty until 07. Good chunk of time. Picture messages weren't a real big thing. Hell, text messages cost money every time you sent a text.
Yeah.
Hell, phone calls to outside subscribers costed money.
Until 8 o'clock. They were free after 8.
Depending on who you had, because you had your daytime minutes and your nighttime minutes at one point.
Oh my.
So my point being,
Craziest thing when it comes to that, in Germany, cell phone to cell phone is cheaper, but cell phone to landline costs you even more.
that makes sense. Makes sense. Trying to convince everybody to get rid of landlines. It's easier to tap a cell phone.
Well, and landline to landline was cheaper than landline to cell phone too. So
Makes
it's
sense.
really weird.
Is it still that way though?
I don't know. I'll have to find out.
I know somebody who would know, but I bet you they're asleep. What time it is in Germany?
3:30.
Like in the
2:30.
morning?
2:30 in the morning. Yeah.
Oh, they're probably asleep.
It depends. Are they out clubbing right now? Because the clubs don't close till 5.
They're married with kids.
3:36.
That doesn't mean nothing. If the kids are old enough, you take them with you.
The kids are younger than my son.
Yeah, they could still be at the bar. You're trying.
No, I got pointed to something else.
What, you were trying to call your friend in Germany?
No. I was gonna message him. Friend might be a little. Yeah, we'll go with friend. I'll fill you in on that one later.
Oh my. But
Depends on the one I would be trying to get a hold of. Oh my God, there's a bunch of names in my phone right now that you would go nuts just to know that. Oh my God, you'd be like, I forgot they even existed.
try me.
I'm throwing out last names. Is this fair?
Yeah.
No, on the YouTube thing. Is this fair?
Well, if you're not sharing their first name, there's plenty of people with that last name.
Okay. I don't think you know that one. That one's on. That one I'm not saying for different reasons. Romine,
No.
like the lettuce. You wouldn't know Hodgkiss.
Yes.
Male or female?
Both.
Okay, I know him from Hood.
Yeah, I've ran into both.
Okay, I knew both of them from Hood. You wouldn't know that one. That one was a first sergeant. Infantry brigade. Some of them already went back offline at this point.
They're
There's
all like,
more of
shit,
them.
he's looking at us.
Right? There's more of them a second ago. Not Hill. That one.
Yeah.
I want to say Josh.
I can't say that name. That one name's a little too out there. Like not as common. So like if you know them, you would know them. But I'm related to them now because they married my sister. So that one.
Yeah.
Bartone.
Wait,
That one rings a bell.
is that Amy or the other one?
I just pronounced it fucked up for a reason. Barton.
No, there was somebody else in the unit with that same type of fucked up last name, though, like that.
Oh, calling themselves like Bartone?
No, and it had E at the end of it.
Oh, no. This is I was just saying Barton. I can't say first names.
So,
Live in a different state.
anyhow, and enough with that one.
Lives in a different state. No, my wife's over here like interrogating me. She's
Before
like,
people get
"Which
dived
one?
out.
The one that's
Before
married to
people
this
get
sister?"
dived out.
No, my wife's like the one married to this sister, or the one married to this sister. It's like because both of them were technically both of them were in the military. So it's like, which sister? It's like, God bless it. I don't want to say. I got dried skin like right here on the bottom of my nose.
But
So
kind of running out of things here.
no, not really. I mean, we were discussing something and we got sidetracked. got way sidetracked. But no, like, so the question is, why is it all?
And you froze. Why is it always you freezing like this with a really weird expression on your face?
Always senior. It works. Is he still talking on there?
Now it's working.
Okay.
No, you're still frozen my side.
Why is it always senior officials who should know better? Beyond be know better. Like, they don't do it like, oh, hey, when I was a brand new, specialist in the Army.
Comfort zone stuff, I guess. I don't know. They get too comfortable. Once you get too comfortable, you get complacent. Once you get complacent, you fuck up.
Okay, yeah, but the complacent, touching young children in inappropriate ways is not the same thing.
No.
Touching their own children in inappropriate ways is not the same thing.
No.
And why castration is not in the UCMJ for that, I don't know. Military punishment doesn't have to be as lawful as civil punishment.
No, they can do more and worse.
Double jeopardy. Perfectly allowed. If you're punished on one side, we can still get you on the other. Why aren't they doing it?
They should.
This is something I wanted you to discuss last week, and we didn't get the opportunity.
Yeah, honestly, I don't see any reason why you can't be charged UCMJ and civil. Because sometimes one or the other is lighter.
Statute of limitations is different. And UCMJ set up that you can't grandfather punishments. So if it was illegal when you committed it, you can be charged. And if it's no longer legal when you committed it, then you can be charged. Yeah. UCMJ does not go, hey, well, it extended from this time to this time. No. Or it's not illegal anymore. It doesn't matter. It used to be illegal. You can still be charged because you did it when it was illegal.
Yeah.
Last I also knew, though, they hadn't taken out. They allow open sexuality. Is that the term I'm looking for?
As far as
people being, you can be sleep with whoever you want to sleep with, right? In the military.
Yeah.
Okay, but at the time when they released that, they didn't take sodomy out of the UCMJ.
No, they really
got rid of don't ask, don't tell. Said you can love whoever you want. The Army doesn't care, but no sodomy. It's like the Army's definition of sodomy is not the definition that everybody else has. The Army's definition of sodomy, when you look at the definition, is anything other than missionary and PP into vajayjay. Anything else is sodomy. You're technically you're not even supposed to take care of yourself, according to the UCMJ.
No, not at all. That's abusing government property, and I seem to recall at some point hearing a story of somebody actually being charged with that. Oh.
Well, when you're chronic about it and you're doing it in inappropriate places.
Yeah.
At one time in the first sergeant's office, when no one was there on CQ duty.
Oh, my.
Back when we had typewriters. His whiteout bottles got refilled. I'm going to hit you with everything I can, Private.
Oh, my.
I'm a sergeant. Not no more. But no, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, I never understood that one because it's like, oh, you can do it. You can love whoever you want. But, I mean, it makes them seem very Christian-esque. Where we don't. It's fine to be different, but acting on it is wrong. Unless you're like super Southern Baptist and it's everything that like breathing is a sin.
I guess I'm not so
I ain't got a clue.
No, I'm exaggerating. I was raised Southern Baptist, independent Southern Baptist, where if you went to one of the schools, like the Baptist style schools, the Christian colleges, they had the pink
I did.
sidewalks.
Yep, I did.
Oh, you went to college at one?
Yeah,
For how long?
1 semester.
Tell me about
And I left. I didn't get kicked out.
Yeah, they told you there's the blue sidewalk, and you said, screw you, I'm walking down the pink.
Yeah, it was literally that way.
The pink and blue sidewalks? Yeah, but are they actually painted pink and blue?
Yep. They were.
At the one you went to. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
My sister, one sister had gone to a Christian college, and it was like, you weren't allowed to do really anything whatsoever, but you could be married and live in the housing, like off campus.
Yeah, they had a separate for
And
married,
if you went home and drank, you'd get kicked out. Like if you literally like went home, like say, you went to this school in said state, right? Because it's not even the state I live in. So it's in said state, you went to school there, and then you went home to the next state that
I think they went to the same school I did.
Was yours to the east or the west of where I live?
East and south.
Okay, then no. Theirs was to the west. But if you came back and you went home and you had a glass of wine, you could be kicked out of school forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the locals down there actually called it the concentration camp instead of the Christian college. I'm not going to say the first word because it's a dead giveaway.
Right. But anyway,
locals used to call it a concentration camp.
Did you enjoy your time at said college?
I don't know.
Would your life have been better with such strict rules?
Hell no.
How do you know? You could have turned out to be a good kid instead of this naughty, bearded, balding fuck that you are.
Oh, I'm not going to get into everything that changed in my life after that semester that even got me going to where I wound up joining the Army, so.
Your head kind of looks like a pineapple. You need to grow. Once you're out of the Army, forget the pixie cut. You need to grow like a pineapple thing, and you need to put like the scrunchie in the hold it so it gets pineapples.
No.
And you have to dye it freaking green.
No.
Green and brown.
Not gonna happen.
No, you have to get the gel, and you have to like gel it out into pineapple toppers. Not on like an everyday basis. You have to do it once. Not man butt-esque either. Not a man bun. A man bun would be if like you have the head and you man bun it out like backwards Jason. No. You just literally grow one stem of hair right out the top center of your head.
Oh shit.
Or get a headband that looks like one, whichever.
Well,
a headband that looks like one would work great.
Oh my.
You got 11 more minutes in you. That's all. You're fine.
I am whooped, dude. I
understand, but you've got 11 more minutes in you. I didn't say 2 hours of content. I said 11 more minutes.
2 hours.
Oh, we're being demanded 2 hours by the...
it ain't going to happen, I'll tell you that.
2
hours ain't going to happen.
You don't even know. If I get you on the right subject, you won't pay any attention. I had you going for a second. I did. And then I lost you on the pineapple. Yeah, I say, oh, you should make your head look like a pineapple and be the real Uncle Pineapple. And then all of a sudden, oh, I'm tired. I need to go to bed.
No, I've been whooped here.
I don't want to hear it. What
I
time
think
do you get up?
I think I still have a load of laundry I got to fold before I can go to bed.
What time do you get up?
Which time?
Like, actually got up.
Actually got up and moving. 8 o'clock.
Well, see, we're about the same.
But I was up at 4:30 for like 30 minutes. Then I was up at 5:30 for like 30 minutes, and then 6:30 for 30 minutes, and 7:30 for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's not my business.
No, it wasn't anything like that. It was just trying to take care of Kidley and stuff.
But my
Trying
point
to take
being,
care of the youngest.
oh yeah, but my point being, we had to get the house ready for having a bunch of people because we're like, it's too muddy in the backyard. Everything's just being done in the house.
Yeah. And it's been weird here with the weather lately. Like, it's just been overcast every single day.
My lawn has not been able to be touched because every time I have the opportunity to do it, it's wet.
I went ahead and did it today. I tried to take a nap earlier, but this was after the people looked at their house over there. The guy came by then that actually owns it, and he actually started to mow.
No, 4 weeks. 4 fucking weeks I haven't been able to touch my lawn.
Yeah, so he started to mow, and this was like 20 minutes into me trying to take a nap. And I was just like, well, fuck, because he's going right past where my window is with his mower, and it's loud as shit. So I'm just like, whatever. I go ahead and get up, I get on my mower, and I go ahead and mow too. I really shouldn't have, though. Really, honestly. It was one of those where it's like, no, I really shouldn't have, because it wasn't wet, but it was still that halfway moist, and then the ground was really soft too. And I'm like, fuck.
I was gonna say I can deal with the grass being slightly damp, like the because you're gonna get that with mildew this time of year, anyways, or the dew. Excuse me.
Yeah, and that's it. It wasn't like full dew. It was like halfway gone.
But no, like on the one side of my house, I'll leave mud tracks. I'll leave like tracks in it if I touch it because that side doesn't have any of the drainage in it.
Yep. I get what you're saying there.
So the question is, if I put drain tile there, do I have a fight with the neighbor on the other side? Because I like that neighbor telling me where to park and not to park. That is the question. To park or not to park?
I don't think you'll have issues. Because you're not going to put the drain tile on their property.
No, fuck no. Just like there's no drain tile on the other person's property. My house is also, more than within the allotted space off the property line.
Yep.
But the question is, to park or not to park? That is the question.
Shit, I'd crush a drain tile every single day.
I do. I need to put some peat gravel on top of the damn spot. It's sinking. But no, I talked to my father-in-law. What I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to get, so you have your landscaping lumber. I just bit my tongue. I'm getting like canker sores and stuff because my teeth are starting to actually cut up the side of my mouth. That's why it's like I'm going to have to see a dentist next year.
Yeah.
No, so you like how I say next year too, right?
Yeah.
But
it's only 2 months away.
Dentists are expensive. Fuck that. No. So you've got your landscaping boards, right? Well, they make composite ones that cost like 4 times as much, right?
Yeah.
But then they don't rot.
Get
and they always look the color you bought.
Just get railroad ties.
I thought about that, but I don't want to do that.
Spray paint.
I don't. Do what?
Spray paint them a different color.
No, they're fucking heavy. Fuck you. No.
Yeah, that's why you only put them in once, and they're soaked in creosote. You never have to worry about them rotting.
Well, no. What I'm gonna do is no, because I'd lose too much property. Because I actually have to cut out where the drain or the water hookup is, right? They've got the water port right there too, like the city hookup or on-off port. So I have to go around that, which is fine. But what I can do is I can double up the composite, right? So it's on top of each other, staggered. Drill the hole through it because you can get away with that still, right? Even though it's composite. I can spike that fucker down because the original ones weren't spiked, or if they were, I don't know where the spikes are. I think they might have nailed them, but they're just single level. I'm gonna double them. It's gonna be double height all the way around, but I'm gonna take it all the way back. I got to do it all at the same time because I'm gonna have to bring in gravel too, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it all the way back to where my fence is on the side of the house, which, strangely enough, puts double height right next to that that man door on the side, so that my trailer gets parked on gravel too. I'm gonna take it all the way back to my fence and I'm gonna gravel it.
There you go.
A lot of fucking gravel. But
Would dump trucks be able to get in there?
I don't need to bring a dump truck. What are you talking about?
I'm just talking about if you're getting that much stone, you might as well get a dump truck to come in there.
No, that's expensive. What I'll do is I'll have my uncle bring his dump trailer a couple dozen times.
There you go.
Now, but yeah, I mean, however they want to do it, they can dump it in the fucking driveway for all I care.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't know, like, power line wise, what you got around there.
Underground power.
So you don't have to worry about hitting anything going up with the bed.
No, just a tree.
There you go.
And the tree's on the other side of the driveway, so if they hit that, that's a bigger problem. But no, so it just comes down to that I'm gonna, even if I had to buy bags of gravel, whatever, I don't fucking care. But no, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna build it up and gravel it out because I can put that landscaping board on the edge. Doesn't violate the 10-foot easement because it's just landscaping board.
Yeah. They can still get through.
That doesn't violate a thing. And gravel isn't the same as concrete. Gravel doesn't take a building permit, so it doesn't violate.
There you go.
You like how I think, huh?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about a permitting.
Exactly. And technically, guess what else doesn't require a permit? If I really wanted to.
What's that?
Being a Nick. No, asphalt. Asphalt doesn't require a building permit either.
I didn't even think of that one.
Yeah. Asphalt requires no building permit, at least around here.
What you ought to do is get the crushed pavement.
Oh, the chipped asphalt?
Yeah. Because then it'll actually melt together.
Yeah. Thought about it. Which is, I mean, that's the same as bringing in gravel.
Yeah, and then all you got to do is just compact it a little bit into summertime, and it'll actually, like, melt together. I mean, it's not the same as regular asphalt, but it works well.
Right. Well, the thing I got to worry about is technically I need to take off the top layer of dirt. But really, I just want it to sink into the dirt.
Throw down weed fabric before you throw down anything else.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking it's also going to be higher than what the, by throwing it down, it'll be higher than what the driveway is.
Until you push it down and compact it.
Right. Well, I'm talking anything I put there.
Yeah, anything you put there. It's going compact. You're going to probably have to do it a second time. If you're doing it like a driveway fresh there, you'll have to do it another time within a year or two.
Oh, yeah, I figure
it's going to take
a couple of years. It's going to be a couple of years bringing in gravel.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm going to do two landscaping boards high on the sides. The problem is just that, and then that's because then it never leaves my yard, right? Because I don't want the gravel to be that high. But then it can't be, your gravel's getting over, fuck you.
Yeah.
But I have to get rid of my camper. Hey, there you go.
You had a guy that was interested in it,
I-
didn't you?
I did, and I still thought about talking to him. I just got to get the last little bit of stuff out of there. Unless you want the camper and fence.
He's never gonna get the fence
Camper's
out.
got a cracked spring right now.
That's easy to fix.
Oh man,
It's also got F-rated tires on it.
F-rated.
D-rated or whatever. The freaking the heavy duty fucking
Yeah.
sidewall tires.
Yeah,
Yeah, like puncture free tires. Yeah, it's got those on it.
oh my.
Sure, I don't want
Is it there yet?
Oh,
Hold
well,
on. There. Hold on. Is that it? What's it say? I can't read it.
he's never visiting Zach because he's a Nick. So anyhow,
Damn. But it wouldn't be visiting. It would be a deal. Which case, then you'd have a camper.
yes,
And you could go hide in it. You could make it your office.
turning
I have
into a lot
thought
of different
about
things.
that. I have thought about that, like trying to turn it into like an office for the show, because then my wife would be able to like have a space that she could work on some of her other stuff too. But I just don't know it'd be worth it,
Yeah,
because I'd have to heat it. And then air conditioner when it's fucking hot out.
yeah, it'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, mostly because I don't want to have to drain the toilet. But I mean, it could be a nice place for her to like. I mean, if the oven was bigger, she could use the oven. She could do her baking, but I don't want to put like a real oven in that thing.
Yeah, that'd be a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Originally, I wanted to take the show like randomly on the road, but then you're as far away as you are. The other Nick didn't come any closer like he was originally going to.
No, she doesn't date a girl from TikTok.
The way life twists and turns.
I just like how you didn't notice I said the other Nick.
No, I did.
That can be taken so many ways.
Yep.
The worst part is it was completely by accident.
So don't be afraid. Use the hashtag Don't Be a Nick. Follow us on Facebook at the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. You can follow him on Instagram at MPJags. We have our official merchandise at cafepress.com/Jaggers Juxtaplooza. All sorts of different items there with our logo and with the pineapple.
When are you going to get a social media?
Yeah,
You've been
I've been debating on it.
You've been
So
promising our viewers for 28 episodes now.
notification bell, so that way you know when we're going to be going live and any other videos. Like, share, and subscribe.
Instagram. That's all you need. I didn't say go get like a Facebook for it. We have a company Facebook, but an Instagram, so people can see your pineapple jokes and other things that you'd post up. I literally kind of want to see you like get like a fake pineapple and like randomly just take pictures of it, like randomly, like just randomly like take a picture of a pineapple somewhere, like just
That
set
would
it
be
there,
weird.
take a picture, and run.
Yeah. Oh,
I kind of
anyhow.
like it wasn't like damaging to like make like pineapple stickers and like stick it up somewhere, take a picture, and like leave the sticker there, because people
Put it-
get mad.
Put it
Like,
on
for
stop
whatever
sides.
reason, for whatever reason, people don't like when I do that to their cars. It's like, what do you mean? What's wrong? Apparently, spray paint on headlights is a bad thing. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah. So
Backwards Jason didn't get to make it to the birthday party today because he actually had a good reason. I waited till like Thursday, Friday to say something to him, and he's like, "Dude, I'm so sorry. I've already got plans." Like overly apologized to me for not being able to make it. It's like, Yeah, I got it. Like, you're an hour away. Like, I got it. You're like, 18 fucking hours away, because by the time you get kids in the car, it's actually been like 18 hours by the time you get there.
Yeah, because of having to stop for potty breaks all the time.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But like with him, it's like an hour and a half away. And I was like, okay, so, like, you don't have to apologize so much. Like, I waited the last minute. It's like, hey, if you want to come,
Yeah.
And so hopefully he makes it out this way at some point. But he was doing some rib off. That's why he didn't. Even though I sent him the link, he didn't jump on today.
Yeah.
And I don't expect him to jump on every day, unless he wants to not be a Nick. Then he can jump on every time we have a show, or he can be a Nick and never be on. I'm kind of hoping he's watching this at some point. You Nick.
Oh my.
Now, I don't know if I'm talking backwards, Jason or Nick, but one of you should probably watch the show.
Well, you take it easy, man.
Oh, come on. You know what's hilarious, though? You want to know what's the funniest thing ever, though? Can you guess what it is?
What? It's beyond 10 o'clock?
Well, no. What's the funny thing?
Nick does probably watch occasionally.
No, God, no. We know better than that. No. You're literally 9 minutes shy of 2 hours at this point.
Yes, and I gotta get going because I got other shit I gotta do.
Oh, I've got stuff I've got to get done too, seeing it's 10 o'clock. That's why I try not to run too long past 10 o'clock. Now, don't get me wrong. If it happens, it's because, I can manage without it or manage it a little delayed. But there is stuff usually, at least when I've got my son here, come 10 o'clock, I got to make sure to do. So it's none of those. I'm not trying to keep you to 2 hours because I actually have stuff I have to take care of. Plus, I have a 5-year-old who passed out on the couch.
That's got to be taken to bed. So
yeah, she's gonna have to get carried, and she's in one of those like weird positions where you're like, "How in the world?" Even though the picture you saw the other day was even worse than what it is now. That one is just like, "What the hell are you doing?"
That one there looked like if you did a scoop like this under the hips and then this way under the shoulder, you'd have been fine. As weird as a position that was in.
Right. But then when I did pick her up and I laid her down in the freaking in her bed, she rolls onto her stomach and then brings up her feet like a frog getting ready to hop away.
Yeah. So you guys take it easy.
Don't have too much fun. For those of you who haven't already, I won't go through the hoopla at the bottom. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Hit that notification bell so you get notified. Hit the like button. All right. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you wish, either live like right now or later on just where it says comment, because you can't do during the live chat. And to take and share us with your friends, because that's the only way we get out there to other people.
Use the hashtag Don't Be a Nick. Follow us on Facebook at the Jaggers Juxtaplooza. You can follow him on Instagram and MPJags. As always, we have our official merchandise at cafepress.com/Jaggers Juxtaplooza.
Apparently, I wasn't wrong. I'm not going to read the nonsense at the bottom because I'm going to let the show end, but he's going to not pay any attention to the words that came out of my mouth, and he's going to say it anyways. So, you guys have a great rest of your day, because obviously he's a Nick and doesn't listen.
Oh, and feeling miserable too and halfway out of it. So, you all have fun.
Later.